Hey there, what's up, you all? How are you? How are you? How are you? Hopefully, no whammies tonight. I'm super excited to be here with our third installment of this beautiful oracle that came in inspired by the painting Primavera. Um, and it came in a few weeks ago, and it's all about understanding what's at hand. So I hope that you've been resonating with this. Last week was so interesting and transforming because we had a lot of interference actually. So I'm not feeling that tonight though. So come on in. Welcome to Angel Insight. My name is Michelle Christidis. If you are new here, please hang out with us. This is a great place. You were led here for purpose. Trust your instincts. I totally believe in all of that, for sure, on this channel. So today we've got the medicine cards coming in. We've been doing this 3-week oracle, and it's been built around this concept related in a lot of ways to the song from No Doubt, Don't Speak. And in that video, it's a video, and it's just the parallels are so beautiful of the symbolism of story that's coming in. Okay. And we've got these apples and we've got these oranges, and we've been talking about the fact that we're multidimensional and we're going through multidimensional things. There's many things happening at the same time simultaneously, and coming into this space is allowing us to translate, to transform, to hold on, to breathe in, to relax, to find confirmation, especially this week. So yeah, so this is what we've been building in. Okay. And we've had a lot of story kind of threaded throughout. So, here in this third week, what we're speaking here about is this painting, and I've been showing it. It's a famous painting. It's got a lot of the like gods, nymphs, okay, all kinds of symbolism in this Renaissance painting by, I think it's been Scotty. I'm sorry, I wrote it down, but there's like all kinds of things have been going on. So I wanted to concentrate on this space where we are today. Last week we talked about the change. We had a transformation and then some magical endings. And so some changes came in. So let me know what resonated, what came in for you, what kinds of changes. I know for me, oh my gosh, as happening for all. So I am sure, and the changes that I'm feeling, I feel that they feel incredible, to be honest. So let me know what's resonating there. So what we're talking about here is a beginning. Okay, we've got the medicine cards coming in. We're going to do a 10 by 10. We are speaking about a challenge. We are today with no mistake on numerology today in the long run. I love to talk about the long run and the short run. In the long run, we have the vibration of the number 44. This is something we've talked about, a collective challenge, a 10 by 10 challenge, a challenge for those, as I see 333 on the clock. So numbers speak to you. And this 10 for 10 challenge is, part of this ascended mastery class, not class. I don't mean to say that. This ascended mastery path is what I'm saying, which you are on. Okay, which you are on. And so this information comes in to help guide you, because on this path it's quite challenging. It's quite an evolution. It's quite something. And and what's going on with you and why this comes in such beautiful ways for all of us. I can only hope to translate it, right? I can only hope to translate it as best as I can. And of course, as you guys come in, we translate for each other. So what resonates, drop it like it's hot in the comments. I always say I love that. um if you feel called, I will say, I have really been in that hermit mode. I've been really learning. I've been really, as many as you know, this is like, if you're new to me, I'm used to be on all the time, but I'm really been learning a lot in a lot of different arenas. And I have a sense that you are as well. So we dibble dabble, right? Yeah, that feels really interesting. So I love this. We're in the third compartment of this painting, which reads from right to left. We have this energy coming in from spirit. It's coming in from right to left. And so we're highly protected. Okay. And wherever you are, we're kind of going into this holiday time, which is always kind of has like its little own twist to it, right? So to have this infusion of energy coming in to kind of clear the path, okay? It may not feel like that, but yeah, I'm being reminded that not all storms create chaos, that in a lot of ways, even when chaos ensues, it clears a new path. It ends one thing abruptly and starts something new. And so we've got the medicine coming in. We've got fast moving energy. Whenever we see this, whenever you see these cards, okay, I'm trying to find the light. We're talking about fast moving energies. Okay, so this week, a lot of fast moving energies coming in. We also have, ironically, so perfect, we have the element of Mercury coming in. And why am I saying this perfect? Is because when this came in, hello, it's aligned with Mercury retrograde, which starts today. It's just so crazy. So here we have this element of Mercury in retrograde going backwards, affecting, which I always love retrogrades because they really help us understand that it's a time to capture something. So, first of all, a couple tips this week to really work with the energy. Whenever we go on a retrograde, especially of Mercury, we don't really want to like imprint all the things, okay? I mean, some people say we have technological problems, things like that. But what I'm here to what can we capture is by how can we look back? How can we review? How can we reevaluate? How can we read? Anything with the re's. How can we reaffirm? How can we re um, refocus, right? So all these things are coming in during a retrograde because there's something that is wanting to be captured. It's wanting to be captured. And this is a really pivotal thing for you. This is like what's been going on for a year or two, like in the energy, but overall, like much longer. It's part of your mastery. And so that's why it's not super simple, right? Um, but I have a feeling that you understand. Okay. So there's a change in your vision. We're talking about a change in vision, and we're also talking about ascension. We're talking about mastery, and we're going to be highlighting. What are we highlighting here? I can't read my handwriting. Well, we're going to be highlighting. Oh, highlighting new beginnings. I'm sorry, I could not read my handwriting. Highlighting new beginnings. I love that we have the picture of the man with the orange, highlighted with the video from No Doubt, which is a video of a man picking an orange from a tree, but it going in reverse at the end. The orange is rotten, and at the end of the video, it goes back in reverse. We're entering Mercury retrograde, which means we're going in reverse. Mercury is the closest to the sun. Are we potentially letting go of something? Yes, in a big way, but we're not meant to focus on that. We're meant to focus on the word synergy. How can we see from a bigger perspective, less about what's leaving and more about this new beginning? Can we have a spoonful of sugar and let the medicine go down? So let's let Mary Poppins lead us into it. I love this. We're going to do 10 for 10. I went ahead and I pre-shuffled. Oh, look at this. I just noticed. I love it. We have the hawk. Now, this is immediately and all week, this past week, the hawk is speaking about if it's still there, you need to face that shadow. So just because we do our shadow work, just because we face up to things, um, it's what I want to say about that is it's you're coming in to review, reaffirm, maybe in a way be retested because it's like there's still the memory. Okay. And we've been talking about on this channel, and, and I'm talking to people who have been around for a bit. Shadow work is, of course, not just necessarily, it's not necessarily something that you've done here on this timeline. It's multidimensional, and it usually involves some sort of trauma, something being done to you. So, which is a different view. Okay. Shadow is not karma. Um, and at the same point in time, it's not as necessary to really get into that as now, because we have this fast moving energy, and that's what the hawk is coming in to tell us, to confirm. How can we collaborate with the energy? How can we take a moment to perch? This is really important. Take a moment to perch, take a moment to ground. Okay, hold our hands here and take a moment. I love to do the box breath. We're going to hear about that coming up. Okay, but the hawk specifically is coming in with this fast moving energy for some messages for us to let go of this darkness, right? To not fan the darkness. I love this. To actually cap off the war, the arrowhead, the warrior, and allow this healing, okay? Allow this healing. So we're going to get into it even more. Here we go. Yeah, we've been shedding that skin. We're integrating. Don't forget who you are. You are a star. You've got this beautiful, beautiful gifts coming your way. You really do. It's protected. Look at that. It's protected for you. It's all about this, really this healing. The snake has been with us, the viper, and look at this rattlesnake, which is a viper. It has been with us, and it's like this is the energy that we're closing out. So, how can we believe that this healing? I feel to your star family, yeah, to your earthly family, to a spiritual collective. Okay, things are going in reverse, coming into balance. Keep your ears open, listen to those instincts. All right. And it's like, I love how these cards are speaking to us. My daughter, Jordan, wants to come say hello.
Hello.
It was her birthday yesterday, guys. So I wish her happy birthday. She's 11. So, all right. Well, thanks, baby. Love you. All right. So, what we're talking about here is some fertility, getting on the move, okay? Coming out of the burrow, coming out of the burrow. But it's just like we're hopping, okay? And it's like, how can we? I love that. I'm getting this imagery that it's such a beautiful memory of going on this walk in this park. I love to go to forest preserves and just bunnies after bunnies hopping out. It's like springtime. I'm on this grass trail and you just see them everywhere. And it's like they are highly predated, especially the little ones. But you can't let the fear hold you back. Can't let the fear hold you back. Number 4, remember the wisdom at hand. And I almost mentioned this a moment ago, and I didn't, but I'm glad that Spirit's bringing me back to it. We've had the viper with us, and that energy is literally clearing out. And we have this new energy coming in, and yeah, it's. I've been working with the water buffalo, and I believe that energy is coming in to guide us. It's like we're in this little in between. But that water buffalo is definitely coming in, helping us to get back in the water. And they're able, did you know that water buffalo, they can hold their breath for 5 minutes? So we can do anything for a few minutes, and maybe that is coming in for purpose, okay? As this structure, as the basis, as the foundation is like, or how about we just take a moment and review for 5 minutes? We just do a little checkup from the neck up. We sit down with pencil and pen, and we brain dump, and we assimilate, right? So there's so many different ways, so many different views, so many ways that we can see things, right? So many ways that we can integrate by collaborating with this structure. And this is what Crow says is it doesn't matter If you're feeling, um, you know, what I'm trying to say is there's multidimensional things going on, and it's like what appears in the reflection here is leading you, okay? Is leading you forward, is leading you forward. And we're integrating these energies, right? Okay, we're at number 5, number 6. Yeah, we're at number 6 because you're building something new. This is wish fulfillment. This is a foundation, a strong foundation. The beaver is all about the builder, okay? And it's like you've got it within your grasp. Look at that talon, right? We started with the hawk. Look at that talon, and it's holding on to this vibration, because the vibration is what leads to a change in frequency, and that frequency is what pulls to you your experiences. And this is what we've been going through in this huge collective challenge that has not just been overnight. This has been within cycles of cycles. And, this has been like a highlight for the last year or two. Because it has like its upswing, its actual batting practice, so to speak, and then its downswing. Okay, is what I'm getting here. Okay, number 7. Pop goes the weasel. The ascended master building. You're building this foundation, and then we have this alchemy. And this is what we've been working on. There's this transformation, something, those magical endings. And it's like, pop goes the weasel. All of a sudden, there's this new view, right? So there's this new view from 22 to 33, moving in direction. It's picking up speed, right? It's picking up speed, these manifestations. And it's all about you trusting your instincts. Number 8, a full circle moment, this healing, this balance, this clarity. And it's like, it's all about that authenticity. And there's that star family again, okay? And it's just like, there's that coral, this coral here on the right. This is telling me about like nervous system changes. Okay, you've got your grasp on something new. And it's just like something new is already in your view. And you're just waiting to go full circle there, okay? And the difference is really bringing in that balance, all right? Okay, this is this is 8. Remember your individuality. Remember your special sauce. Remember what makes you you. Okay? When the going gets tough, the possum, it's got this defense system to play dead, but I'm getting don't. Don't play it safe. Go big. Be passionate. Follow your dreams. Go all in. I mean, life is short and fleeting. Go for it. What do you have to lose? Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. And for some of you are nervous because it's like you've tried, you've tried over and over and over. You've had some successes. Some of you haven't had much success, but you believe. You have this belief, which is amazing. It's one of your superpowers, actually. And it's just like that is part of what makes you so special in this mastery between your imagination and your power. And it's like when you tap into that imagination, when you really tap into it and you see that individuality, okay? It's just like following the steps. It's just like what I'm getting kind of is like, how they set up all those dominoes and they create those puzzles and stuff. And it's just like, pink, somebody hit it. And it's just like everything just starts to roll in. Wow, that's amazing. So 10 by 10. What is this full circle moment? It's a new beginning, my friends. We've been talking about it. That is what this is labeled, the new beginning. This 10 that we're focusing on, the number 10, speaking of numerology. In the long term, 10 is a wrap up of a cycle, right? But and spirit is helping bring something in there. But one is where you step forward in a new beginning with a new view. And as we look at this golden eagle here, we're focused on his eyes, right? And eagle vision, you can look it up, is panoramic. So, how can we look from a higher perspective? Okay, is what's really coming in here. And that power of one from building into your individuality. All right, so let's see how this is going to affect us. Um, Overall, we're talking about that howl at the moon. We're talking about integrating these energies, really closing off. It definitely feels to me that this is an ancestral healing. We've got the medicine cards here, we've got the ancestors here. I really, really feel it. This is very shamanic. This is a coming together of a collective. Yes, whether we know it or not, it's just like there's this coming together. And many of you work so much. I'm just laughing because I keep hearing at night. So I keep hearing at night that SpongeBob, I'm ready, I'm ready. So let's take that analogy into this communication because that's what's being highlighted, communication. How do things come in for you? How does it speak to you? How does it resonate? What are the things that come in without doubts, without thoughts, just like rolling off the cuff? How can we bring those up to the surface this week? By reviewing our thoughts, by writing them down. Okay? But a big thing that's coming in is we're going to see is our body is all about really allowing our body to communicate with us, and that's where we're going into this communication system. I love it. 2207 on the clock, and I'm hearing the magic of the master builder, the mastery that you're building. And what I'm hearing is for the new generations, as you are doing much work in your ancestry, but this is, quantum. And that's, yeah, we want to make sure that we understand that this is quantum. And so that means it affects you, but it affects so many others, and vice versa. There are others that are doing similar work in their own way, of course, and that is affecting them, but then expanding and affecting you. And so, but it's so immersive. So I love that that word came up. It's so immersive that it's hard to get out of past yourself. It is a challenge, but your intentions are always there, always. Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. All right, so we're going to get into our 10 cards, which really we're going to kind of do a checkup of our energetic system. What is the new beginning? But before we do that, I was given a little show and tell, so I'm just going to read it as a channeled message that came in. So I had this sensation of a no. And this is what really wants to come in this week for you. I was feeling the sensation in my body of what I know feels like. But then I was getting all systems are a yes. So there's this hesitation. And that's what's keeping us from this new beginning. And that's why we're spending a lot of time sending up this groundwork to understand that it's almost like I know it seems good to be true. I do, but it's here, it's like a reversal. Okay. It's that Scooby Doo vision. We've got a couple of elements coming in together as I have not too long ago, but yes, have talked about the element of the citrine, okay? The element of the prisoner, like feeling like you're in prison and in stuck. And this was talking about ancestrally, okay? And this really is an overflow that's affecting all of us, this collective reading. So, anyway, I was getting this no sensation, but all systems are a yes. So it's like we don't believe that we can move forward. Um, I was being reminded about the word synergy. and to know that you're not alone. And by you stepping forward in faith, and by each of us doing the same, and by those and by all who do that, that it affects this like it affects all. It like it that synergy grows, okay, and it grows in the energy. And I was getting that you're looking for, okay, so looking for confirmations. There's this nervousness, but that's because we're stretching, and we saw that with that snake. We're stretching into something new, but we're afraid to almost go into the water. We're not really sure what to expect, right? And what I was feeling was this opening across the bridge. Okay, there's this expansion coming in. It's kind of irrigating the pathways. Now, for some of you in the sinus cavities, it's almost like this breath of fresh air. Okay, is coming in, and I could feel this oscillation on the chest. So this was really speaking to me about something. Whenever I feel the front, it's something that we're putting out. Okay, so there's this is kind of like matching up to what I was. Um, these energies are kind of mixing, which is why we've got this movement. So we've got this movement of this energy here in this time of Mercury retrograde, in this first week of Mercury retrograde, okay? Because Mercury retrograde 11/25 to 12/15. So that's for the next 3 weeks. And we're highlighting the first week of that. Okay, we're highlighting the first week of that. What's to end, what's end to begin, highlighting this new beginning. So I could feel this oscillation, and I literally was getting a sensation that some of you, this will affect your GI. So some of you will feel it here on the heart chakra. Some of you will feel it more in the GI space. You might be spending some time in the bathroom potentially. Okay, but what you're meant to do, what wanted to come forward, was to ask your body what a no feels like. What does a no feel like, and sense into your body? I feel it right here every time. It's like strong. Okay. And then asking, what does a yes feel like? And really getting to know your own, the difference between, but really only coming from a place of being grounded. Okay. I heard reverse, reverse, reverse. As long as you stand in your sovereignty. So there's almost like this dance going on. Reverse, reverse, 2 hops this time. Okay, there's that bunny. 3 hops this time. Reverse, reverse. Charlie Brown. So it's like, you see, there's this dance going on. And it's like this line dance, and we're all in it, right? And it's like, as long as you move through the steps, and even if you have to kind of look at what others are doing to find your way, that's okay. It's all about having fun in the process and learning. I love that. So, as long as you stand in your sovereignty, saying I am sovereign helps. Okay? Holding the superhero pose helps. I am sovereign. And you hold this pose for 2 minutes, and the body feels stronger. The spirit feels stronger. Okay? But what really, really helps is allowing to do whatever comes. So if you feel the need to sing, do it. If you have your hands moving crazy, if you have weird movements and sounds coming out, don't judge it. Just let it pour out. That is the message. 10 for 10. We've pre-shuffled in the energy. We're ready to go. I've been building it up. Let's go. 29:23 on the clock. Let's get into it. What are we actually, this beginning? What are we feeling in this connection to the earth? What is this fast moving energy coming in to show us in the connection that we have to the earth? So, right away, the very first message I'm getting here immediately is the wisdom of the squirrel. And I know where I am. So I see the squirrels and they're getting ready for fall. But there's this like, and we have this SpongeBob. I'm ready, right? I've been pouring into myself. I've been learning. I'm ready to apply. I am ready for this healing. But what happens a lot is they get stuck in this mental space. Okay. Oh, okay. And I'm feeling, okay, this is connected. I'm feeling a little bit of discomfort in between the hips. Okay. So let your body guide you. If you're feeling that, yeah, I'm getting a yes. Okay. So I'm going to go strong here. If you're feeling this uncomfortableness in between, especially it comes as back pain as well. It's like relax the mental, take some time, peel back. It's like you have been collecting the nuts. Okay. You've been working so hard. Some of you, I feel that you're all aware of how hard you've been working. Okay. But I want to remind you, and your team wants to remind you that it's still more than you think. So, to really take the time to not feel bad, to take care of yourself, to take some time to just let things just flow. There's no hurry. Okay. You are provided for. It's like, the nuts, you have everything you need. Everything you need. I love this. I love these colors coming in, this turquoise and this coral. Okay. And the turquoise, for me, it pairs with straggler daisy, and the coral pairs with dandelion. So I really like this combination because we were talking about, for some of you, the GI. I am feeling a little bit of a scratchy throat here. Okay. So this energy can really come in and it feels fast, and you're very sensitive and you notice it and you can get wrapped up into it. So take a moment to do a checkup from that neck up and really check out, do I need to go chase that nut? Do I need to go chase that nut? Or can I just hang back like Chippendale in my pad and just, allow myself to collaborate and integrate, to use my imagination, okay? To use my imagination and to really focus on staying grounded. Okay. Really focus on staying grounded. And then how does this, so this new beginning, what are we rooting in? So when we're talking about this, is what kind of movement is coming in? That's the biggest way to impact your root chakra. We're kind of talking about the chakra. So that was the earth star with the squirrel. Okay. So the earth is telling you, this squirrel energy, beware of, getting lost and chasing for the nuts, right? And here we go. Where this root chakra, your ancestors are telling you, all around you, you've been going through this transformation. And just as we see this butterfly perched on this leaf, it's like the healing is still at hand. Clarity is still coming in. I love, again, that turquoise and this orange color, this yellow golden. And it's like, this is alchemy at hand, okay? There's definitely changes going on. But as the butterfly emerges, right? As it evolves and comes out of that dark space, it still needs a couple days before it takes flight. Okay, there's still some juiciness, so to speak. Okay, there's still some heaviness, as we can see. There's still some heaviness, and that's keeping some things out of balance. So how can we hold on? How can we allow the healing? How can we allow other energies to come in? Yeah. Okay. How can we allow other energies to come in? And look at that. I'm just saying, the difference between the first two is 15. So how can we call out to our family? How can we rely on others that are close to us, who speak to us? How can we see what they have to offer and how that might impact you? Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here because the wolves, they howl at the moon to check in with the rest of the team. That's why they howl. Did you know that? It's a signal. I'm over here. I'm over here. Okay. And so I feel that this is this coming together overall. Here we have, you know, this sacrifice, it's just like with this feeling that and this isn't that emotion. This isn't that emotional body. You are feeling it. You are feeling held back. You are feeling pause. You are feeling unfairness. And you see it from a higher vibration, okay? Which is what is such a blessing about you, okay? You see you're at one with that nine, you're at one with the transformation, you're allowing yourself to lighten the load, okay, to lighten the load, but it's uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable, you know it's uncomfortable. And as we zoom forward in that ending, it's like that happens so epically fast in a lot of ways that it's like we kind of lose sight of that new beginning, right? And so this is what we're being called. You see this ending, feel the vibration here on this card. You can feel the sacrifices. The buffalo is being sheared, and we know that the buffalo and the bison, clothing and food and shelter, and this is like spirit providing, but this is you providing in many ways for others. And it's like you kind of get back into that mode that you're forgetting about what's happening here. So keep rooted on the transformation, on the change. And just because we're reviewing, just because we're re-identifying, reformatting, realigning, reversing, okay, doesn't mean that it's necessarily the same moving forward. That is the power that you have within you and the power of reaching out to others to find that clarity, to help you integrate that. Okay, so now we're going to move into that seat of the action. And it's all about staying grounded, waiting for the magic, keeping yourself, I mean, I hate to say this, but keeping yourself out of fights. Okay. I'm definitely getting the grouse dance here. The grouse, they go all over on their feet. Of course, they can fly, but they prefer to make patterns into the ground. And as I'm saying that, I'm literally getting the pattern of infinity. Okay. So, how can you, when you're grounding, I love to do what I call my pillar of light. I'm an angelic coach and I learned a long time ago. It works perfect for me. I connect to the earth and then, I connect to God. And then I bring the center and I put myself in this pillar of light, and it's just beautiful and it's very grounding. Okay, and from that place we move forward, and that's coming up overall in this reading over and over and over again. Okay, over and over again. And how can we, as we're making this pattern, as we're grounding, how can we remind ourselves of our individuality? How can we see that although all grouse look similar, it's like they're each unique and we each have our own fingerprint, our own magic, right? And so that's what's really coming up in this structure of staying grounded. And as this fast energy is coming in a lot of ways to release. Okay. If you haven't had that epic ending yet, okay, it's like this is the bonus week. And it's like, it, don't poo-poo things that come that are not necessarily what we see as desirable, like maybe a spat or a disagreement. Sometimes those are actually the fastest way to move energy out. Okay, so really see everything from a grounded view. And I'm getting that this is actually easy for you to do if you are just reminded of that. Okay. What's the shift? You know, it's a shift in that magic. I got these sevens back to back. Okay. The number is 77. It's like, again, it's all about staying grounded, super grounded. Okay. We've got some nervous system. We've got some reformatting. We're reformatting some of our subconscious scripts based on what's being removed. Okay. Now, collectively, there's like a huge healing at hand. And individually, we're all dealing with in this in a different way. So keep your ears open, stay grounded, stay connected. Um, have let the magic guide you. Okay. And I feel it's going to come in many different forms. Okay. For some of you, it's animals, like literally animals. Like for some of you, be ready for the fox to cross your path. It's going to blow your mind. Okay. Some of you, it's synchronistically in a story. The idea. Some of you, it's just this magic, like you just your intuition. Okay. So it's all different, comes in for us in different ways. But there is a lot of magic around you. This is that healing. This is a good thing. So even if we're having things that don't necessarily feel that great this week, let go of that and allow the magic to roll forward. Okay? Allow the magic to roll forward. I cannot make this up. 777. So in the slots of 4, 5, and 6, as you follow the steps of your intuition, as you are recoding and reformatting, and we were feeling that space between the hips, your creator, your spark. Okay, look at this. We cannot make this up. We've got the grouse, number 34. We've got mirrored elements here, and in the middle is that fox. Okay, so here we go, 777. And I'm just thinking you've got something really beautiful falling into your lap here. I can't wait to hear about it. It could be a new idea, something you're creating, some money falling into your lap, perhaps. Okay. It just depends because you've all been creating something a little bit more. So keep yourself grounded. Focus on what you're creating. Focus on your yeses. Okay. Focus on how your communication system is. How are you feeling those no's? Okay. I'm really feeling that back pain again, which is really interesting. Okay, is there something more you want to share here, Spirit, about the back pain? Yeah, there is. Yes and no. Okay, for some, yes. Okay, for some. So is this what I'm feeling right off the get-go? I'm kind of getting a no, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is this oh, there's this pain response. Okay. So this is that nervous system that we're talking about. Okay. This fast moving energy. There's this, we are receiving stimuli. You would be surprised about how much we receive and how much is moving. And it's like there's a lot going on in the background. So in this week, when we're slowing down, when the communication is, being affected, when something is in fact kind of burning off in slow mo, so to speak. Okay, we can regroup and reformat. And this spider speaks about redream, reweave. Okay, reweave, taking a moment to see like what we do want to create. Okay, it's like how can we balance our structure, allow ourselves to collaborate with the shift, and then how can we allow our structure to create balance? This is what this is all speaking about. And this energy, you're integrating this energy. Okay. And it's like as you're integrating this energy, you're going through lots of, you've got some mental things coming in, some emotional things coming in. You've got this evolution. It's like all these changes and so much is coming together. But this is for you, my friends. Oh my gosh, it feels so magical, actually. Okay. Feels so magical because you're part of that collective. And we're going through this shift together. And it's like if and we're coming to the tail end of it. So really keep yourself nourished. Really nourish your soul, feed your soul. Don't the biggest thing I'm getting is a don't. Okay? I've got don'ts coming in. And the don't is don't force yourself. Don't feel judged by others because it's like for some of you, you're pushing yourself. That's what I'm getting. Some of you are pushing yourself, and this is the magic. We have all these sevens coming in. So, this is the magic coming in here. Okay. How can we nourish our soul? How can we let that ending? How can we let go and realize that how we end is by nourishing ourselves to move forward. Many of you will be pulling back in order to move forward. And for some of you, that is difficult. It really, really is. Okay. For some of you, this will feel like a pullback. For some of you, it'll pull you into your authenticity, though. Okay. It'll give you a moment to capture something that you were missing before, which is why we're saying stay out of the mental space. So anything that makes you, okay, music, candlelight, like we got some candles in the background. Right before I went on, I put on my oils. Okay. In the background here, you see I've got some leaves. I did some crafting. I dipped them in wax and made some garland. What what is going to feed your soul? Okay? What is going to feed your soul? Because as this reverse is happening, as that orange is going back on the tree, there's a healing at hand. Remember, it was rotten, but now it's being healed. Okay? It's being healed. And so let's speak about, here we go, in the eighth position, we've got the mountain lion. Look at this mountain lion. It's calling out, it's roaring, it's making its sound, it's one with its authenticity. Okay? And it's really look at it's kind of matching this energy over here of the squirrel, if you will. And they're both a number 8. They're both on this healing. And so there's this healing between the siren, the sire within, the needs of this king energy of who you are, balanced with the needs of the earth. And finding, and I love this, how we see the squirrel on this mountain of nuts. Okay, I'm over here. And then we have the mountain lion roaring. Okay, roaring. And I feel like, yeah, I'm feeling it. So let's open up to that. I am definitely feeling that. At number 17. And back here, okay, again, it's like, okay, why am I noting the number? Here, the mountain lion speaks about this leadership, but also in between the collective, the ant, okay, and the 17 here speaks of leadership. There's a difference of that 15 again. What are we calling out for? So we're going to take a moment to get familiar with the medicine here, the mountain lion, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this wolf because it is coming up over and over and over, and it is the theme of this as well. Mountain lion, listen to this. I love this. Mountain lion, O kingly leader of sleek feline form. We were just talking about that king energy. And that's so funny because I just heard king me. And when you play checkers and you get to the other side of the board, it's like then you can move in different directions. Wow. Okay. Touch my heart with courage, then sound the alarm, that I may lead with foresight, assurance bright and true, to carry on the spirit of the strength I see in you. Wow. Okay, I am feeling that magic. It feels like it's coming in to really formulate this message. And at this moment, we're going to get a little bit more familiar with the wolf, the teacher. We're going to jump inside this energy because it's really kind of leading all of the communication here is this coming together of teacher and student. The wolf represents the teacher. It's calling out to the rest of your tribe. Wolf, teacher, pathfinder, moondog of my soul, howling, singing, teaching how to know. And isn't that interesting that we spent some time today learning the message, the show and tell, the channeled message coming in for this week is learning what a no and a yes is in your body. I just saw 50-40 on the clock. So that heart centered shift, let that heart centered shift come in with spirit. Let that structure, spirit's bringing this in, and it's like you're like, where am I going? But if you learn to communicate with that yes or no, if your body understands it, it's like you can be part of it. So let's see what the wolf wants to say. Let's jump in a little bit deeper. Wolf is the pathfinder, the forerunner of new ideas who returns to the clan to teach and share medicine. Wolf takes one mate for life and is loyal like dog. They imprint with they say that they imprint when they meet their person. If you were to keep company with wolves, you would find an enormous sense of family within the pack as well as a strong individualistic urge. These qualities make wolf very much like the human race. As humans, we also have the ability to be part of society and still embody our individual dreams and ideas. And this is so crazy because just today, if you didn't see it, I shared it in, I call it the wall, but I know that's not right. The board, the bulletin board here on YouTube. But I also shared in my group on Facebook, Find Me Infinite Energy on Facebook, that I had this energy I shared today. Like literally, it was talking about the drum, the Den Den Daco drum. Okay, is something that came in, which is a drum, a hand drum that you twist. We're talking about Karate Kid 2. Okay, and that this drum is seen as a baby rattle, but really it's actually this concept of um, of outside and inside, and how the prayer is for the parents to not have different faces, but to be purely you. Meaning, and I love that this is coming in so much, and I love that we're reading this because these energies are twisting together, which is where we're getting this really a surge of this energy coming together. Um, and it's almost palpable. Okay, so how can we really lean into that, into those messages to help us assimilate these energies? Okay, um, I just love this. And the prayer of course, I wanted to finish that. The prayer, of course, is not to have the two faces, but to be pure, to be who you are as an individual. This, within the pack, where the sum is greater than this, right? Where they say that the sum is greater than the whole of its parts. No, that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, so that wholeness within each, and that's what I'm feeling. This collective, this wholeness within each of the pack, and this coming together, and how it affects the whole pack. This is really speaking about overall what we've been trying to translate together. So it's coming through. In the Great Star Nation, wolf is represented by dog star Sirius, which by legend tells us of the original home of our teachers in ancient times. Sirius was thought to be the home of the gods by ancient Egyptians and is still considered by the Dogon tribe in Africa. It stands to reason that Native American people would formulate the same connection and adopt the wolf people as the clan of teachers. And as we are going through this painting, as we're reading the energy from right to left in these last couple weeks, as we're seeing the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. We've been breaking down the parts, but how can we see the tapestry of as a whole? Is we have this reversing energy that's translating this expression, right? This expression that's coming through. And the sense of the wolf are very keen, and the moon is its power ally. And we see this full moon, and we just went through a full moon, and it's more about the timing. Okay, it's more about the timing and about the elemental of nature. Um, it's like oftentimes we see ourselves as the center and everything revolves around us, when in fact we are part of that synergy. We are part of that synergy. So there's like, as things come into clarity, as we see the synergy there, it's a symbol of that psychic power or the unconsciousness that holds the secrets of knowledge and wisdom. As we show, as we show that loyalty to self, loyalty to others, loyalty to stand in our own truths, so we become and step into this responsibility to pay it forward. And it's not something that we necessarily have to feel begrudging. It feels very freeing. It feels very freeing because this tapestry speaks about how this trauma, how this experience, okay, how this shadow really defines in a lot of ways who you are. And without it, you could not have found that sense of who you are and that individuality of who you are to begin with. So beautiful. Baying at the moon may be an indication of a wolf's desire to connect with new ideas, which are just below the surface of the consciousness, which were which were blocked previously by and taken up space from that shadow, from that fear. Okay? Wolf medicine empowers the teacher within us to come forth and to aid the children of the earth in the understanding of the great mystery of life. If you've drawn this card, which we have, you may be able to share your personal medicine with others. Your intuitive side may also have the answer of teaching your personal use at this time. As you feel wolf coming alive within you, you may wish to share your knowledge by writing or lecturing on information that will help others better understand their uniqueness or path in life. It is the sharing of great truths that consciousness of humanity will attain new heights. Wolf could also be telling you to seek out lonely places that will allow you to see the teacher within. In the aloneness of the power place, devoid of other humans, you may find the true you. Look for teachings no matter where you are. Wolf would not come to you unless you requested the appearance of the tribe's greatest teacher. Wow. And can I just say, I got full of goosebumps. Can I just say that the deer was right below that? So here we're howling at the moon when previously we had spoken about that deer in the headlights. Wow. Okay. This is an alignment. This is something that you've been working through. This is a challenge. And in every challenge, there is a gift. In every challenge, there is a gift. And I feel for you, this gift is all about connection. And that's why it rides so deep. And that connection, as I give a cough, is a deeper reverence to yourself, to your mission, to your truth, to your gifts, to your ancestry. Okay, we can look at that in a million different ways. How does it resonate for you? Wow, that's so beautiful. Because really, you're being all this is coming up so that we can collaborate, with these energies, this kingly energy and this teacher within. And how can we collaborate and build the bridge between the two? Often times in oftentimes and still in times, we judge that. A teacher and a king, how can they merge together instead of separating and seeing the hierarchy? Because when we create separation, we automatically create judgment, and that automatically holds away exactly what we're asking for. I hope that made sense. All right, here it is. We were showing it. It made its face again. So you know we got to jump into this. And this is so perfect because this is the healing at hand. This is the alignment. We're integrating these energies, the snake energy. We're healing from that snake energy. We are wrapping off of that viper energy. We're stepping into this water buffalo energy for a bit. And I'm sure, are we going to be in that water buffalo energy for a while? Okay, we're going to be in that. I'll have something, we'll be talking about that soon. Yeah. Okay, so hold tight. That's going to come forward. Let's focus on this ending of the viper and what we're integrating, what we're stretching into. This is the healing at hand. Again, this is what I was feeling in that star family, that ancestry, that yang energy, right? That shadow energy. And it's like, we've got the winged ones here. You're so protected. Okay, first of all, you're so protected. And that's really important with this mental energy, is to know that you're so protected. And, to connect with the earth, to sit outside, to look out the window if it's too cold, to connect with music. There's many different ways that you can ground yourself. Conversation, coming into Oracle is actually hugely grounding, hugely. Just any type of connection, okay, with the earth. And we are of the earth and we are connecting. So I thank you. All right. The snake speaks about transmutation and acceptance. This is the healing at hand. This is the position it's falling in. It's falling in that pineal gland. That is what we've talked about this entire tapestry, this whole 3 weeks. We ultimately said we have a pineal gland activation at hand, which is going to affect our vision and expand our heart-centeredness, okay? So we have clarity coming in. Let's get more specific. I really feel that this is coming up with so much purpose. Snake, come crawling. There's a fire in your eyes. There's fire in your eyes. It's like we've been talking about that something is burning away, right? Bite me, excite me. I learn to realize the poison transmuted brings eternal flame. Open me to heaven to heal me again. So we're integrating these energies, okay? We're going through a cycle. So let's get more specific so that we can pick up the tools. I feel that you're going to pick up tools as we read this, okay? Trust the insights. Snake medicine people are very rare. Their initiation involved experiencing and living through multiple snake bites, which allows them to transmute all poisons, be them mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. The power of the snake medicine is the power of creation, for it embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and ascension or immortality. And what did we say here? What is this beginning? This beginning, I'm going to repeat, we read it earlier, that this is a change in vision and in ascension. The transmutation of the life-death rebirth cycle is exemplified by shedding the snake's skin. In the energy of wholeness, cosmic consciousness, and the ability to experience anything willingly or without resistance, it is the knowledge that all things are equal in creation, and that those things which might be experienced as poison can be eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted if one has the proper state of mind. Wow. Is it coming together? Are you feeling the connection here in these cards? We've been talking about the fact that there is this trauma and it's being digested and reformatted and transformated. Can I say that word? Into something new. Okay? It is the knowledge that all things are equal. I read that. I'm so sorry. Thoth, the Atlantean who later returned as Hermes and was the father of alchemy, used the symbol of two snakes intertwining around a sword to represent healing. Complete understanding and acceptance of the male and female within each organism creates a melding of the two into one, thereby producing divine energy. This entire time together, we've been talking about apples and oranges. The golden apples, which is the alchemy that's happening to the divine feminine, along with the oranges, which is the sign of the healing to the divine masculine, and bringing them into what? Into polarity with one another, into balance with one another, so that they can work together. And in fact, we see that Mercury, the symbol of Mercury, that male energy is, in the painting, has got his hand on his left hip. So it's like he's feeling good it's got that superhero pose, right? That we were talking about. I'm feeling that. And at the same point in time, able to take action. So not just receiving, actually able to take action. Okay? Of picking out the experiences that you want to have. Okay, but there's integration going on, so we must keep ourselves grounded at this time. This medicine teaches you on a personal level that you are a universal being. Through accepting all aspects of your life, you can bring the transmutation of fire medicine. This fire energy, when functioning on the material plane, creates passion, desire, procreation, and physical vitality. On the emotional plane, it becomes ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On the mental plane, it becomes intellect, power, charisma, and leadership. There it is again, and leadership. When the snake energy reaches the spiritual plane, it becomes wisdom, understanding, wholeness, and connection to Great Spirit. If you've chosen this symbol, there is a need within you to transmute some thought, some action, or a desire so that the wholeness can be achieved, so that we see the whole as greater than the sum of the parts. At the beginning of this tapestry, we talked about how the wind came in and raped, okay, a, an energy and then transformed it into spring. That's what's happening in the first panel. And it's like that comes in as a metaphor that this trauma, this collective trauma, many of us don't even can't pinpoint the trauma in itself. And that is not as necessary as to understand that it is being burned off. This is a heavy magic, but remember, magic is no more than a change in consciousness. Become the magician or the enchantress, transmute the energy, and accept the power of the fire. Okay? That is what the snake is saying. I love that. So, how can we collaborate with our passion? How can we collaborate with our instincts? How can we know that we are receiving in that superhero pose, that we are receiving what is for us, that we are capable of doing all, and that integration allows us to really step into that uniqueness and really claim that healing that's at hand for us. Okay, so that we can start this new beginning. And what is this new beginning? No more than an alignment to something new for you. 111. Okay. So it's like we've got that one, and it's like it's you with and I'm when I'm getting here is really that crown, okay, which is your connection with source. So that's one with this aligning to this connection, this bellow of the moose, right? These big antlers. And all that's coming in with this moose immediately is I remember the medicine of the moose, which is so beautiful. Um, their antlers fall off. It's like almost traumatic when you see it. So if you've never seen it, you can Google it, video of moose antlers falling off. And it's just like that's what this is all speaking about. You are realigning, okay? We're realigning to this energy. It's like something is falling off to have this new beginning, okay? So what is this expansion in this vision? Let's go ahead and just read a little bit about the moose, just the little poem, okay? We're not going to read the whole thing, but just the little poem because it actually is a little telling. Um, Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness as long as I live. When we put this together with the other energies we've been speaking about with that Karate Kid, as we weave those energies together, we're stepping into a very auspicious time to learn from within, to learn very quickly, fast moving energies so that we can transmute and let go of what's been burned off. The timing is there. No longer does it need to take up space. We can free ourselves of like it feels like we can, yeah, it's just like we can free ourselves of stand a little straighter, feel a little taller, okay, and free ourselves of this space that this trauma has been taking up collectively for each and for all, my friends. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment just to go within. Have we have we shared everything that we want to share? 111 on the clock. I love that. 11140. Is there more to share on this oracle? Okay. I am getting a yes. Okay. Is there something that you want to show me? Okay, I'm getting a no. No. Is there something that we want to channel? Yes. Okay. So let me go ahead and just kind of relax for a moment. It's easier for me. Just don't want to get nervous, right? All right. So we have a channeled message coming through. Is this message of the highest good and come with love? Yes. Let me ask again. Is this message of the highest good for all of us? Is this message of the highest good and come with love? Yes. I feel this message is about this energy between the hips, about this creative energy. Oh, to bring some balance into that feminine energy. Okay. For those who feel the fret, we don't want you to forget. It's not about control. That's the common toll. Back off and take a moment to be, and you shall see you'll feel more free. And there we go. This has been a pleasure of mine. Mary says, thank you, Michelle. Love your teachings. At 70, I'm learning every day. Yes. Same. Always a student, always willing to learn. I got goosebumps there. Thank you, Mary. I love that you're sharing. I know that we've had I know it's been an interesting time together, but I feel that there's so much of a change happening as we're all kind of getting some medicine and we're going into Thanksgiving here in the States. So wherever you're at, I hope that you have an incredible week. I do feel that Spirit might be speaking about Mondays being a day for me to go live. I'm getting a yes there. So go ahead. Might be same bat channel, same bat time. I'll have to go within and see. Again, a testament of feeling into that yes and that no. So I'd love to know. And it's a matter of going here and saying, what's a no for me? And just feeling into that. Where do you feel it? Like I said, for me, it locates here. And as you practice, it just gets easier and easier and easier. As you know, I used to use my pendulum a lot. So my body is coming in. My sensitivity is actually assisting me. And there is a lot of fear previous to that. So I don't know where you've been in your gamut, but for me, there was a lot of fear. Like, am I feeling into the right things? Is this the right thing? Like, just feeling, I don't know, just feeling a little nervous and scared. But I don't feel that anymore. I feel more empowered. And I do actually feel that you should keep watch because there is something that may or may not be for you if you go within and find out. But there is something. I've been getting that I'll be doing something December 12th through the 17th. Am I still doing that, Spirit? I'm getting a yes. So I'm getting 2 to 20 people will identify with that. I thought it was going to be an in-person thing, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be something, a gathering online, probably, through Zoom. But something coming together in those 5 days. So please keep watch because Spirit has been really talking it up with me, and I've been loving, loving, loving the magic. I will see you on the flip. Happy holidays to all of you. Of course, I'll be typing at you. I love sharing what comes forward. I hope that this whole thing resonated. If it does, please let us know. Share with others so that we can grow this collective. All right. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. Love to you, my friend.